This episode is supported by Garnica Plywood. Challenge the ordinary with Garnica Plywood. I'm building this project with HDF. HDF has a European poplar core with a high-density fiberboard surface, perfect for painted or laminated projects. And Plutonium paint. Plutonium paint dries faster, dries harder, and covers better. This week, I built this really modern aluminum cocktail table. This is a project I've been thinking about building for a while. The aluminum is aluminum flashing, and you can find that at any hardware store or home store. If you want to build this project, follow along with the video, and I'll have free plans on my site. I'll get started by cutting the plywood to width, and then cutting it to a rough length on the miter saw. Next, I'll make the flat molding that will picture frame the edge of the table. Using a stop block with the crosscut sled on the table saw, I cut the parts for the inner box to the exact length. I'm building the box with screws, nails, and wood glue, and I like to just tack the parts together first with an 1.5 inch nail, and that just keeps them from moving around. And then I'll use an 1 5/8 inch screw to screw the two pieces together. After building the inner box, I'll continue to build around the box until I have 3 layers of 3/4 inch material. Now that I've finished building the box, I can picture frame the outer edge with the flat molding I made earlier. I finished building the cabinet yesterday, or the cocktail table, filled all the holes, sanded it, and now I'm ready to glue the aluminum to the outside surface. I'll use contact cement, and this is just common aluminum flashing, and you'll be able to find this at any home store. To cut the aluminum to size, I'm using a straight edge and a sharp utility knife. I'm using a mohair roller to apply the contact cement. You apply the contact cement, let it dry for about 15 minutes until it's tacky, and then you attach the aluminum with a slight overhang. What I like to do is attach the aluminum to the sides of the cabinet first, trim off the overhang, and then attach the top. The last step is to trim off the overhang of the top and then give the cabinet a good sanding, removing any of the sharp edges. The cabinet is ready for primer. I'm using sticks, which is an acrylic primer. I'll let this dry. I'll give the cabinet a good sanding, and then finally we're ready for paint. After painting, I'll remove the tape, sand off the overspray, and apply a few coats of clear. Well, I couldn't be happier with the way this project turned out. I think it looks great in the room. And this room that I'm in right now, this was a project I started about a year ago, renovating the room. I still need to make a coffee table, and when I finish that, we'll take a look at all the different things that I made in this for this renovation. If you have any questions on this project, definitely check out my second channel, Shop Talk. I talk about some of the details, some of the design ideas, and that's a show that I post every Thursday. So definitely check that out. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. To keep up with current projects, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. For vlog-style Q&As and shop news, check out my second channel. I'll have links in the description.